Hello, I'm at Imagine Books again in Weymouth, and I'm talking to Alan Brown, who wrote a book called The Houmits of Seynorgue.
No.
Yes? No?
The Houmits of Seynorgue.
Right, okay, so I knew I'd get that wrong.
Yeah.
Right, so where did the title come from?
We were on holiday in Guernsey about 40 years ago.
Right.
Driving round one day, we kept coming across signposts, and they were pointing to this place or something called Houmit. We never discovered what it was.
Right.
We then came across a group of little people all wearing furry hats. Then another group of little people all wearing furry hats. And I thought, this is strange. Didn't think a lot more of it. On the way home, I thought, title for a book there. I sat down and tried to write, threw about 3 attempts away. Then I had to get on with earning a living, and you can't write a novel when you're working all day because you can't get your head round it.
That's true.
10 years ago my mum died, and I went to look after my dad. I retired, and I sat down one afternoon and started to write. And the title came from The Houmits of Seynorgue, obviously. Seynorgue is a play on letters about Guernsey.
Right.
The book is based mainly in Dorset. On one side of the coin we have the family Ethel. The family Ethel ruled Dorset with a rod of iron.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of the coin are the Ethel serfs and the Houmits who live on Seynorgue. They used to be Hermits, but they changed their name to Houmit. They didn't like being called Hermits. And the story evolves around the Baron Ethel Tread and the hard life that he gives the Houmits on Seynorgue. He's a nasty bloke. He inherits the title Baron after his dad, Ethel Foot, is murdered by one of the house guests who catches him frolicking in the bushes with his wife.
Right.
Ethel Tread takes over. He is hoping to inherit a fortune, but the fortune is filched away by other members of his family. One of the family is a highwayman, another one is a slave trader, and another one is a boutique owner who lives in Lyme Regis and joins the world's first rock band.
Right.
Now, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, so what kind of, if you looked at other authors around, what
Nobody.
Nobody. Right.
I've described I've described it to somebody as a cross between Lorna Doone and The Life of Brian.
Right. So you think it's more off the wall than Terry Pratchett?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Probably Terry Pratchett is probably about the closest I could probably get, but it's not Terry Pratchett.
It's not.
It is me.
Right.
Okay. I've also said that all the bad people in the book are bits of me.
Right.
Bits of me coming out, and I've also said, forget shades of grey. This is shades of brown. That's me. I'm the guy that wrote the book, and all the bad bits are me. All the good people are my friends and family. I've used them to base the characters on.
Right.
Becky the Beautiful, my daughter, and she is too. The main guy in the story who fights the Baron is Luke. He's Luke Duke. He's my grandson.
Right.
Little story to tell. Have you got time?
Please go ahead.
I wrote this and sent it to various publishers and agents. About 24, 25, 26 all said no, which is usual for a first time author.
Absolutely.
They don't want to take the chance. I went to the doctor's one day and I picked up a magazine, and the magazine had an interview. Sorry, you want the lady outside, don't you? Do you want to? The magazine had an interview with a chap called Terence Frisbee, who was producing a play at the Queen's Theatre in Barnstaple. I went home and told my wife, and she said, I've just heard the same guy on Radio Devon. And we both said, Luke, that's our grandson. Cut a long story short, Luke went for auditions and he got the lead in the play. He's since gone on to do other plays, and he's taken off from there. I went in again to the doctors about a couple of 3 months later and saw a small advert, new authors wanted. And I thought, oh, I'll give it one more chance. And sure enough, it worked. They took me on.
Great. It's nice production.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The cover explains exactly where it's at. We had about 3 or 4 goes at the cover. I've been involved in all of it, so I'm quite proud of it. In fact, I'm very proud of it.
Good. So, how long did it take you to write the book again?
Writing the book probably 9 months.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did you do it? Did you use longhand or computer?
Longhand.
Longhand.
Longhand. And my wife did all the typing for me, put it on the computer. I'm no good with that, so she did it all. And she's been behind me all the way through, because there's days when I thought, this isn't going anywhere. She said, yes, it is, keep going. So we did.
Good. So if people wanted to buy the book, where is the best place to go? I know Imagine Books here.
Imagine Books here will stock it, yes. Yeah. And this is my first signing.
Right.
The book only came out a couple of months ago, and obviously it's been promoted since. Waterstones can get it.
Right.
In fact, I'm doing a signing in Waterstones in Dorchester next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And any Waterstones can get hold of it. It's also on Amazon.
Right.
Yeah. Email me if you've got a problem. But really, you should go through the booksellers.
Have you got a website or anything? That
no, all I've got is an email address. I'm not into.
All right.
I'm not into computers and bits and pieces like that. It leaves me cold.
So the publishers are
Austin Macaulay.
Austin Macaulay, and you can access their website.
You can access their website, or if you punch in the Houmits of Seynorgue, it will come up. There's about 3 pages of it.
Okay.
My son's just bought a copy in Sweden, so it is available.
So it's available worldwide too. So the price here is £7.99. That's £7.99.
Yeah.
Sorry. And
they wanted to put it out at £9.99. I said, "You're having a laugh." Then they said, well, the least we're going to go to is £7.99. I said, okay, go for that.
Yeah. So it's £7.99 and €8.99.
Yeah.
And the website is www.austinmacaulay.com.
Yep.
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 Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Frida. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for the
Thank you.
Thank you.